Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you about how to use the bar pattern. Now, you're probably wondering what the hell is the bar pattern? Well, the bar pattern is basically something that replicates a certain set of bars within a chart so that you can then take those bars and project them forward. Now, some people like to do this. Um, I only really mostly just because they want to see how something might fill out in a pattern to get a better understanding. The reason why you might do it is, let's just go with iota because I've got it up in here in front of me, and we'll just draw some quick lines here. Sure, why not? That'll do. Probably if I spent more time on it, it would look a little bit join up better, but I think that's fine. So you got those there. Obviously, it's probably going to be there or something like that. So something along those lines. It's about right. Obviously, you probably should go and fuck around with it a little bit better. Now, the reason you might want to use these bar patterns is let's just keep extending this out, shrink this down. Oh, and get rid of this crap on my screen. It's probably like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, get rid of that, get rid of the BBs. In fact, get rid of all your indicators and when you're charting, then go back and see if your indicators are lining up a certain way, or if it's a case where it's like the Bollinger Bands, like you're constantly drawing patterns on attempted breakouts, right? Because it's pierced through the Bollinger Band. Maybe you should try to see if there's another pattern there, because I don't think that's valid. Personally, I think that's kind of like not indicative of a trend, but more of indicative of an attempt to break the trend. But that's another story. So you got here this pattern. I'm hoping this thing comes down, otherwise it's going to have to be something like this or something. Probably is like that, actually. It's even better. There you go. That probably is what that is. All right, so why would you use the bar pattern? All right, well, the bar pattern will let you replace you doing this. Well, where's it going to go? Oh, it's probably going to go like this. And then it's probably not going to break out there. And then you think, oh, geez, oh, man. Will it break out there? No, probably not. It's probably going to break out up to the north side. But that's really messy. And then you're going to go, oh, I'll go all the way up here. No, enough of that crap. It looks ugly, disgusting. You don't want to do it. Instead, use the bar pattern. How to use the bar pattern? On the left-hand side here, you've got a whole bunch of tools. Now, normally, I think the default is the long position. This little button here, it's got like a little expanding sort of 3 lines and an expanding arrow. So if you click and open that, you've got this thing called bar patterns. Cool. So then what you got to do is consider where it's going to go. So it's going to go up probably one more time, unless it just breaks down here. Down, probably up again. So we're going to have, essentially, we could probably do it like this. So what you do is you click on it and you go from the bottom, and you click that, and you go all the way up to the top. And it creates these new bars. Now these bars are way too big, obviously. So what you should do is you want to try to shrink it down by dragging up or down. And if you drag it down enough, you can actually flip it upside down. Because sometimes maybe if you've seen a pattern that looks very similar to one that you saw before but in reverse. So like if you see a rising wedge that looks a lot like a falling wedge you saw before a couple of weeks ago, it looks very similar on the same chart. Consider using the bar pattern to try to graph out how you think that chart's going to play out. Don't do it at the start because almost every pattern drawn at the start is wrong. Just remember that. It just is. But when you're like halfway through a pattern, you kind of guess, yeah, it's probably where it's going to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it back to its normal position. Drop it down in there. That's good enough. Maybe we're going to make it a little bit shorter. Don't obsess over this. It's never going to be perfect. And I can see that actually happening there like that. And then voila. You have yourself your bar pattern, giving you an indicator of where you think it's going to go. Now, for all we know, it could break out to the top side here. Chances are, though, it's going to break out here. All right. Ignore these extremities, but it does tell you how long it's going to take. So, like, if it's the, I'm currently on UTC time, the exchange time, but if it takes them, what, right now, it's going to take them close to maybe, what, it's 4 o'clock. It's another day. So it might be another day. All right. It might be 24 hours from now when we might see an attempted breakout. All right. And then we might not see it for another 3 days. So, if you're looking to get into IOTA, be careful and watch for it in about a day's time or watch for it in 3 days' time. It also, now, I say some people will use this pattern, and I don't agree with how they use it. I think that it's too much crystal ball looking at. They'll grab a huge pattern like this. We'll go to the daily. And they'll go like this. Oh, that kind of looks really similar. Let's just pretend it is. To this. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go like this all the way to here. But of course, it's higher. And they might extend it out a little bit, because what they'll try to do is they'll try to say, oh, it looks like this, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Of course it looks exactly like that. Just pretend it does for a while. So I know for a fact, here we go, that might work. So it's actually going to go down to here. So I know that come September 1st, IOTA will be that price. I'm really smart, and I figured that out. I'm still yet to see that work, so don't buy into that. But for smaller patterns, or at least for charting the potential path something might take and how long it might take off a pattern you've already drawn and the indicators you've already put in, it's not a bad tool. So I recommend using it.